Hey there, Aaron here with GrowOnUglyWeeds.com. Today I'm going to show you how to spray pre and post emergent in your flower beds to control those spring weeds. So the first thing we have to do is we need to calibrate our sprayer. All sprayers are different, so it's really important to calibrate that properly. The first step is to do that. The second step is to fill up your sprayer with product. The third step is to apply, and then the fourth step is to analyze the results. And first we need a little bit of criteria before we start. So one of the criteria is that I want to start with a flower bed that has all woody plants. I want to avoid annuals and perennials. And these type of plants are very sensitive to post-emergent herbicides, whether it's Roundup or 2,4-D or sulfonylurea. Any of those, I want to keep away from those types of things. So if you have a flower bed that has, let's say, pansies in it, and sometime in February or March, you want to avoid those areas and keep the product away from those areas. You can spray your other parts of your flower bed with no problem. Just keep that in mind. Now, I should expect the weed control to be about 30 days. So when you're using this method and your weeds don't die off in the first week or so, don't worry, it's gonna work. And if you need to reapply again, that's no problem. So stay tuned, here we go. So right now, I just got my sprayer out. I got the new Jatco 2-gallon sprayer. I'm gonna do a review on this in a couple days. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm picking this straight edge along my sidewalk here, and then I pick a spot, and then I just start spraying from there. And you spray just like you would spray a flower bed. And you're going to assume that there's weeds here, and the Bermuda grass represents weeds in this scenario. So we're going to have a post-emergent and pre-emergent mixed in together, and it's going to be a combination of Roundup, Spectacle, and a spreader sticker. Now you can use dish soap for your spreader sticker if you want. If you use your backpack and you think you're going to get 1,000 square feet out of this, you're going to end up putting anywhere from 4 to 5 times out more product than you intend. Remember, when you're spraying flower beds, you can't go very fast. You're going to be going in and out of plants. You're going to be trying to keep it off the plant. This is going to slow you down. And this is what I'm trying to mimic when I'm spraying this Bermuda grass right here. And I don't think the humic is coming up on the camera too well. I can barely see where I've sprayed. I should have used more. My goal is to spray the plant to wet, but not dripping off. It's important that you cover the plant, but not to the point of runoff. So if it starts running off the plant, that's too much. If you're using a ride-on spreader sprayer, you're not going to get that kind of coverage. So if you're riding your Z spray, let's say, and you're not covering the plant, it's not intended to. So I know that's really not flower bed related, but don't panic if you have a Z spray and your dandelion isn't covered with product from end to end. It won't be, because you're only using 1/3 of a gallon per 1,000. I would argue that you're probably using more than that. Calibrate. Trust me, it's going to be eye-opening. Go out, fill your Z spray with, I don't know, fill it to 30 gallons of water on one side. Go spray the area that you intend to spray, and then measure it. And I guarantee it's going to be more than you think. You're going to use more product than you think. So as a professional applicator, it's up to you to determine that. All right, so now we take our trusty measuring wheel. We measure. Mosier, yeah, wish I had a Mosier. Mosier, if you're listening to this, send me one, dude. Send me one. I'd love to have one. I can't afford one, but. So we have 11. by 17. Let's see. Got my calculator out. 187 feet. So you want to round up to 200. I did go a little bit past that. I went around the corner a little bit, so round up to 200 get you pretty close. So 1 gallon with a Jatco sprayer, gonna get about 200 square feet of flower bed spraying. Okay, now we are at the Growlawn High-Tech Laboratory in Burleson, Texas, otherwise known as my house. And I have measured out all the ingredients. We're gonna go in this magical mix. First we have Roundup, which I want to use 1 ounce per 1,000. So if my backpack sprayer does 200 square feet, that's going to be right about 6 mils. So hope that shows up on the camera. There's about 6 mils there. I already have 1 gallon of water in here. And what I did was I put some in the cap, and then I drew it out of the cap instead of trying to draw this out of the bottle. It's a huge pain. For my spectacle, it comes out to be a 1/2 mil. So that's not very much. You might draw up some, I'm gonna draw up some of the surfactant so I can get all of it out of there. There we go. And then I have my surfactant here, or Surfact 820. This is not really important to get this exact. I just used 6 mils in that one. If you want to use anywhere from a 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce in there, you're not going to hurt anything with that. And that's it. And my goal for this is to apply 16 ounces of spectacle per acre over the year, and I want to apply it 4 times a year in flower beds that can handle the spectacle, or that's labeled. There's some plants that you have to keep it away from. You have to read the label to find out what those are. In most cases, spectacle is fine. You can use other products like pendimethalin. Let's see what else. Gallery. Snapshot is a granular product, which is a combination of Gallery and I can't remember what else. It's a good product, but it only provides prevention. Let's see, Barricade, Dithiapyr would be another one that you could use in flower beds. Most of your lawn pre-emergent liquid you can apply to flower beds. Just read the label. They're going to be very different rates, so spectacle goes out at a very low rate. So keep that in mind. So a 1/2 mil of spectacle would, if you were using, let's see, pendimethalin or something like that, you'd use a lot more. So now I put my lid on, and I'm going to give this a good shake. Alright, lay this down for the ride. I'm going over to Crowley, Texas today, and I'm going to spray a flower bed over there in my son's house. He's got a new house over there. I'm going to spray that one. And then stay tuned to the channel. Please subscribe. Results will be in several weeks.